So I introduced this bill, right, saying, okay, let's do what Donald Trump wants. Let's do what Bernie Sanders wants. Like, how can we disagree on this? Let's take it to pharma so Americans don't pay more. I get 2 Republicans who co-sponsor it, Representative Luna and Representative Biggs.
Bring them up. Bring up Luna and Biggs. First of all, and if that's not a animated series, I don't even know. It sounds also like it could be a rap group, Luna and Biggs. We got to shot him. So that's Andy Biggs. He's a legitimate guy.
He's a legitimate guy. I mean, look, disagree on things, but like he's willing to stand up for what he believes. Representative Luna, she's willing to stand up.
Oh, dude, I was just looking at her online yesterday. I like her. I mean, she has I like what she says. You know what I'm saying? I like her energy.
She has an independence. And I got a few of the Democrats to be on board with this. Obviously, they don't want Americans being overcharged for prescription drugs. I mean, this was part of Bernie's whole campaign.
And now people are there also people telling you that they got on board, or did it come down to a vote? How did it end up?
So right now we don't have a vote. We should have every single person in Congress co-sponsoring this. The way Congress works is you got to get to about 100 people to co-sponsor it, and then the speaker calls up a vote on the issue. But because you got Big Pharma's lobbying money, well, they're so cynical. They don't try to convince people to vote against it. They try to stop the Congress people the speaker from bringing it for a vote.
So they would invest in Mike Johnson?
They'll invest not just in Mike Johnson, they'll invest
is that libel or slander for saying that?
No, I mean, it's just
they would try to lobby Mike Johnson.
They'll try to lobby Mike Johnson. But there's this quote that I love from Dr. King. He said, "Attack the evil system, not the individuals who happen to be caught up in the evil system."
Okay,
right?
got it.
So, there's some egregious cases. The problem is the system is rotten.
Okay,
and they are pouring money into different campaigns, into different lobbyists, and basically are not going to allow a vote on this because they know if there's a vote and someone votes against Donald Trump and against lowering prescription drugs, the American people will be furious.
Are going to know who they are.
Are going to know they are.
Right, and then we can call them out by name.
And so they just don't want anyone to do it. And this is the game. This is why we don't get Medicare for all, why we don't have health insurance. Health insurance is not that we haven't had a vote on Medicare for all. This is why we still have fossil fuel subsidies. We haven't had a vote to get rid of fossil fuel subsidies. This is why we still have a defense budget that is over $1 trillion. We don't get votes on cutting out the excessive contracts. I mean, the game is to stop the vote. And so let me ask you, the thing I wanted to ask you actually the most in this conversation is, do you know people who are just like, yeah, I'm done with politics because I don't think I can make a difference? It's just.
Oh, yeah. I'm saying that's what I'm telling. That's what I've noticed in the past few months on some of my favorite shows that I listen to and watch. People are like, oh, I see now. Nobody has our side. Neither one of these groups, it feels like, have our side. You feel like it's just all these articles. It's like, well, here's an article about this is going to happen, and then people get in an uproar about it. But nobody, it's almost like it's all algorithmed perfectly to the amount of our attention span, where it just fades out of like the zeitgeist of discussion. And zeitgeist just means like the circle of discussion at the moment, I think. But so it's just like, it just fades, and then the next ball hits the air, and you're like, oh, look at that one. That's it, transgender something, and then that one, then it's like, oh, racism again. Here I am, forget about me. And then but it's the same. After a while, you just like, I've seen this show so many times. I think even our DNA is sick. So I think you're having newborn children that are like, this is fucking bullshit. Because I think it's in our DNA now how long the charade has been going on. And that's where I see people are like at a point where they're just at a loss. How can that be stopped? How can that sort of thing actually be stopped? Can we do anything, or does it have to fall on our representatives?
The representatives aren't going to change things. And this is my biggest concern for the country, that people keep getting disillusioned. They're like, I can't change anything. I'm just going to focus on my own life. Every 2 years, every 4 years, you get Congress people, presidents saying they're going to do something. They do some executive order. It gets tied up in courts. Big Pharma blocks any reform. And what's the point, right? And then the problem is that the less people get engaged, the more power these lobbyists and moneyed interests have, because they don't want the engagement.
No.
Right? They're perfectly fine with the system. And they're like, okay, we